Hello, my name is Aaron Jacob Bowman. I go by AJ. Um, I am from Perrysburg, Ohio. I am a freshman, about to be a sophomore at the University of Toledo, where I study mechanical engineering technology. I also have a minor in general business. Um, I'm involved in a professional business fraternity called PSE here through the University of Toledo. Some things about me are I love photography. I love cars. Um, so cars are actually the reason I chose this field, which I will get into later. But I've always loved cars, and yeah, so I love regular cars. I have a couple of RC cars, remote control cars, that I love to do as well. Um, I like to play the guitar. I also love basketball and I love running. So in high school, I ran cross country and played basketball all of high school. Um, and yeah, that's kind of the rundown of basically who I am. Some of my strengths include I'm very hardworking. So when I was about 16, I started my own business. And I believe to start your own business, you have to be very hardworking. You have to be very diligent, very dedicated. And I believe those are also some of my strengths: diligent, dedicated, hardworking, and very detail oriented. A lot of those things you have to be able to start your own business, because it does take a lot of work and it takes a lot of time, energy, and you have to be very diligent with what you do in to create that business. Some of my weaknesses include definitely public speaking, which I am working every day to improve upon. As I mentioned, I'm in PSE, Pi Sigma Epsilon, which is a professional fraternity here on campus, which we work every day to improve upon our public speaking. We're always presenting in front of the whole chapter and that kind of stuff to improve upon public speaking and all that kind of stuff. I chose this career because, like I said earlier, I love cars. I'm just fascinated with everything to do with cars and automobiles, all that kind of stuff. It's really driven me to enter this kind of field. My uncle is a mechanical engineer, and he kind of introduced me to like the ins and outs of being a mechanical engineer. And yeah, I just have been fascinated ever since. He also has a couple of remote control cars. He has an old Jeep that he's restoring. He loves mountain biking, which is another one of my hobbies. I love biking, mountain biking, road biking, that kind of stuff. And he just kind of introduced me to all this kind of stuff, and I just fascinated with it, and I kind of took it. Every time I visit him, I'm just constantly asking him about what new project he's doing, and that's one of my favorite things about engineering is there's so many projects you can work on, and whether you're going into the career field or just doing it on your own as a hobby, it's endless. You can do whatever you want in the field, and that's kind of what I love about it. And yeah, so a time I handled a difficult situation was when I was a team captain for our cross country team my senior year of high school. We had a kid who we found was bullying another kid on our team, and we didn't tolerate that. And so me and our other captain had to go up to him and tell him to stop. And if he didn't stop, he was going to be kicked off the team and all this kind of stuff. And we told him that if we find you ever doing it again, we're not going to let you back on the team. And so we had to let him know. Obviously very professional, very straightforward, but giving him another chance, because we believed that he deserved another chance. But he eventually kept doing it, so we had to eventually let him know that he was no longer a part of the team, and we had to let him go. It was a very difficult situation, but I believe me and my fellow captain handled it very well, and we kind of we're very direct, but very easy on him because we realize it's not the time nor the place to kind of drill into him. But we had to let him know that we don't tolerate that at all, and we had to let him go. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? I see myself personally working in the auto industry. It's my passion. Like I said, it's what I love to do. I've always been fascinated with it. So working for a company, preferably an electric vehicle company. So like Rivian, Tesla, and granted, all companies are making electric vehicles, but I feel like, especially with like Rivian, they have a couple plants around here up in Michigan, and that's kind of where I want to focus, I would say. It's just always interested me, and I love their vehicles. I would love to be a manager of some sort in that field. That's kind of my one option. But I also see myself maybe not in 5 years, but a little bit later down the road. I want to own my own company. So like I said, I own my own company right now, and I feel that's one of my passions is I just love to be my own boss, per se. And I think that is something that I would really love to pursue, is to own my own company. I don't know in what field yet or anything like that. I kind of I think eventually, later down the road, maybe not in 5 years, own my own company. But right now, I would love to work for definitely an automaker and be in a managerial role of some sort, maybe sales, something like that. I think that would be very, very cool, and I could see myself doing that in 5 years. I want to thank you for your time and consideration, and if you have any questions, please reach out. I'll be in contact with you in the next 24 hours, and yeah, thank you very much.